Lights. News West 9's Game Time is back. K is here to get you ready to take you through a full slate of our local schools battling it out. And Jenna, this is do or die time, win or go home.
It's the best time of the year. I think I've said that at least 3 times this football season, but I think this might actually be the best time of the year. We've got rundowns on everything from 6-man action to 6A action coming up right after the break.
Mic check, mic check. I just want to go home.
Tyler, mic check 1, 2, 3. Tyler, mic check 1, 2.
Check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check.
Well, it's almost like the weather knew it was time for playoff football. All of a sudden, yesterday's temps dropped and rain fell, almost signaling us to start the most meaningful football of the year here in November. Welcome to Game Time, Week 12. It's playoff edition. Tonight, the goal is to recap some of the Thursday night action. You'll see some of those scores right before our breaks and get you up to date with all of the happenings of today. But we're probably going to need a little bit of help, and that's where our Game Time crew comes in. They're at stadiums all across the area to get us up to date on the latest. We've got Tyler, we've got Aaron. They're at our 6A games from tonight and at Ratliff and Astounding. Jason is out in Big Lake for Alpine's game against Brady. And when the bi-district slate was announced, Permian fans may have been saying to themselves, do you get deja vu? Because this game was avenging last season's first-round loss to the very same Pebble Hill squad. Aaron Gelvin has been surviving the elements, as you see here tonight, and can tell us whether or not the deja vu came in the form of a result as well. Aaron, did Permian get the win?
Well, Jenna, it was raining when I got here pregame. It rained for the entirety of the game, and it's still raining now post-game, but that's all right. It's November playoff football here in West Texas. The Permian Panthers and the El Paso Pebble Hills Spartans. Permian lost this game a year ago, looking for a different result tonight here at historic Ratliff Stadium in Odessa, Texas. And let's go ahead and look at those highlights from the first half. The Panthers and the Spartans in a rematch of round 1 a season ago, with Mojo hoping this time goes differently. Rainfall throughout the night at Ratliff, adding to the drama of November football in Texas. Odessa Permian taking the ball first, and they would score on this short run by Justice Lara to make the score 7-0 in the first quarter. Methodical drives and Lara in the red zone have been key for Permian this season, and off to a good start in that department on this night. El Paso Pebble Hills would knot it up at 7 thanks to this short flip of a touchdown pass after a long drive of their own would even things up. But Permian High right back to work as quarterback Jacob Garcia rolls and throws to Isaiah Welton to put the home team back on top, 14-7. And the black and white would extend that lead further as Lara again finds pay dirt, and despite a missed extra point, Permian High School in good shape in the second quarter, leading the game 20-7. All right, well, I'm here with Permian's linebacker, Parker Haynes. Parker, you guys are on to round 2. You guys are by-district champions. How's that feel?
It feels amazing. We came in here, everyone doubting us, and we just came together as a team over the week, and we knew that we had to come out and show out, especially at Ratliff.
All right, well, Permian would take this one 26-13. They are on to round number 2. Parker Haynes and the rest of that defense were phenomenal against a pretty good offense of the Spartans. They were very much in control of this game for most of it, and Permian uses a balanced rushing attack. This elemental game really played into what Mojo wanted to do, running the football and dominating the game up front on the offensive and defensive lines. Permian moves on to round number 2. They take it once again 26-13 over El Paso Pebble Hills, and they get their revenge. For now, though, we're going to take it back to the studio.
Well, thanks, Aaron. The Tall City was home to 2 home playoff games. Midland High occupied a Sound Broadband Stadium tonight for the first time in a long time postseason matchup against El Paso Americas. Tyler Dupnick was out in Midland. He's been there since 6 p.m. You can kind of see it. He's been in that rain, out in that rain for a while. Tyler, how'd it go on the Bulldogs? Big night.
Yeah, Jenna, this was a grinded out type of game with the elements being the way that they are. Again, the rain has picked up around me. This is kind of how it was all game long with the drizzle and the elements just making it kind of gritty out here. Midland High was trying to get back on track after a couple of district losses to close out the season, and they would get back on track early on in this one. Playoff football for the Midland High Bulldogs for the first time in 5 years, and they would welcome in the El Paso Americas Trailblazers. Purple smoke in the postseason and purple rain as well. The Bulldogs would try to reign supreme in the first round. Here's a sloppy exchange by the Trailblazers, and the Bulldogs would recover, taking advantage of the conditions. Ethan Dominguez falls on the loose football, and that would set up on the ensuing drive a 3-yard touchdown run for Tim Bombino as he bangs his way in. 7-0 MHS early as they cash in on the turnover. Now here's the tail end of a 34-yard touchdown pass. That's right, the Bulldogs threw it. Alex Gonzalez scampers in. That was off a turnover, so 14 points off of 2 takeaways, and it's 14-0 Bulldogs. Kickers are people too. Levi Crowder banks it through as the rain continues to pour from 34 yards out. It's now 17-0 Bulldogs in command. However, the Trailblazers would respond. Mark Moore here, the quarterback, keeper from 40 yards out for the touchdown, 17-7. 3 minutes left in the first half. Bulldogs looking for a drive to close the half. Here's a pitch to Tristan Love. He sheds a tackle and gets a good gain. Now is the rain, again, still falling. They're going to throw the football through it. Alex Gonzalez with the reception from Stroman Bridges. Now hand off to Tim Bombino up the middle, finding his way down to the 3-yard line, and Bridges would cap it off with seconds to go from 1 yard out. 24-7 Bulldogs at halftime. All right, here with quarterback, running back, athlete, Stroman Bridges. And Stroman, how important was that into the first half to go down the field and get a scoring drive? You guys were very methodical on that drive. You moved the ball down the field. You punch it in with seconds to go to kind of reclaim the momentum into the second half.
I think it changed the tide of the game a lot. I think it gave us like a little cushion per se because we started giving it away a little bit at the end, but it gave us a cushion, and I think we needed that. Going into the half, it gave us confidence to go out there and win the game. So we just got out there. We just had to execute.
Yeah, definitely. Final score tonight from a Sound Broadband Stadium: Midland High 31, El Paso Americas 21. The Bulldogs pick up their first playoff win since 2016, and they are by district champions as well. That Stroman Bridges interview will be on our Gametime tab on newswest9.com later tonight. That full interview, fun interview with Stroman, talking about being the more physical team tonight. I also got a chance to catch up with head coach Thad Fortune. That will be on our website as well. Proud of their kids tonight. Not pretty, but they will be practicing next week. They're moving on to the second round. The Bulldogs still alive.
Well, all of our 6A teams have advanced to the next round. Midland Legacy played under the Thursday night lights last night and completely dominated El Paso Mont with 64-19. We caught up with a couple of key Rebel seniors about what it has meant to them to claim another by-district championship and what could be one of the last times they play at us down.
It's awesome. It's a great feeling. You know, a lot of high school teams don't get to do this. And, you know, I mean, it's just a blessing with this team that I've been with for 3 years now, and I'm just excited. We got a long journey ahead of us, so you know we just got to keep on going.
I mean, all the work and dedication you put in over the summer, then all the stuff you go through throughout the season, it's all for the playoffs. And once you win one of the playoffs, you want to keep it going, keep that streak going. And it was a big thing, you know, senior year. Last time I might play in Grande, you never know, but. It was a fun experience, and I just enjoyed it, every moment of it.
All right, well, playoff action only continues. Coming up next, Jason Freund is out in Vidlake for Alpine's first round playoff matchup.
We're the Midland High Bulldogs, and you're watching Game Time on News West 9. Let's go, Bulldogs!
Check. 3, 1, 2. Mic check. 3, 1, check.
District football returns. We're supposed to have Jason Freund coming up here next for you, but had some technical difficulties, so we had to push him back. So you'll be hearing from him hopefully here soon. But before then, let's jump back in to what we have for you. Wink is the number 6 team in the state of Texas at the 2A level and looks for another deep playoff run starting this afternoon against Cross Plains. Everything was clicking for the Wildcats tonight. Offensively, Hudson Morgan takes the handoff and sneaks around the outside to the sideline for the big gain. The offense in the red zone, and then the junior capitalizes the next opportunity and finds Pater, hangs 6 more points on the board with ease. Nice return on the punt gives the Basin team good field position, and it is the quarterback keeper, Jeremiah Gallardo, He calls his own number and into the end zone for 6, and the defense also pitched a shutout, and Wink moves on to win 43-0. And there was only one basin battle this week, which is to be expected now that we're no longer in district play. Last night, Seminole and Pecos squared off at Ratliff Stadium. The Indians took control of this game, well, almost immediately with the 77-14 win. QB1 Wyatt Holmstrom led the offense to a dominant outing. Seminole now looks to hurdle another team here in round 2. Pecos ends the year with a 5-6 record. And the excitement only continues here on Game Time. Coming up next, we'll take another trip around the basin.
We're the Wink Wildcats, and you're watching Game Time on News West 9. Go Cats!
Welcome back to week 12 of Game Time. All the do or die games happen here in November, and that's what it's all about. Let's take a final look around the area. All right, Alpine is in the postseason for the first time under their new head coach, Andy Smith, looking to add the first playoff win to the list of accomplishments out in Reagan County tonight. And Jason was supposed to join us, but because probably of that weather, we're having some technical issues. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to let Jason tell you how this game went, and we also have some sound from that game as well, and then we'll give you the final recap of it in just a few.
Playoff time in West Texas as the Alpine Bucks take on the Brady Bulldogs in Reagan County. Bucks looking to strike first. Devin Rojo with an easy lob up the middle to Risa Renz, who walks in for the quick 6 points. Alpine back in the red zone. Rojo throwing up the middle again. Same play, different receiver. This time it's Alec Ramos who cashes in for a touchdown of his own. Bucks up by 14. But Brady will strike back. Sean Jacoby and the big guys up front, overpowering the Alpine defense to get in the end zone for their first touchdown. They'd go for 2, and it's number 2, Ezekiel Jones spearheading a charge for the 2-point conversion. 14-8 Alpine. Speaking of Jones, he's going to get a toss play, weaves around a few defenders, and he's got some room to fly. One buck to beat, and he slips right off him. Ezekiel Jones supercharges the Bulldogs with a run of over 50 yards. The 2-point conversion was made, and it's now 16-14 Bulldogs. But can Alpine respond? QB keeper for Aiden Lujan gets spun around, but right into the end zone. That would put Alpine up 20-16. Take me through that final play. They're going back for a pass. They throw it. You pick it off, run all the way to the end zone. Walk me through it.
Well, I saw that guy roll out, so I was like, well, I got to come out. I saw him looking at the dude that was behind me, so I stayed still a little bit, and he threw it. I picked it off, and it just went up from there. I scored.
Well, as you might have gathered, this one ended up having some fireworks there at the end. It would be pushed into overtime, and the game would end on, get this, a game-winning pick six. What a way to splash into the postseason as Alpine wins that football game. And now we're going to keep on moving. Playoff action on the 6-man field brings us out to Ackerley, Texas, in a state-ranked competition. Borden County is in that state competition and took on Ira in the first round. And the Coyotes pounced first in the first quarter. Ishmael Rodriguez handles the toss and takes it the length of the field for the big gain and the 6-0 lead. I'm just going to say this now. Rodriguez was on a complete tear tonight. The running back took the pitch to the house again on a near identical score. That's actually a different play, not the same one. 12-0 Borden County. The senior continued to control the tempo of this game for his third TD of the half. And it would be a shutout also for the defense. The Coyotes went 48-0. And sticking with action on the 6-man field, Buena Vista hoping to keep its 5-game winning streak going against O'Donnell. The rushing attack started out strong. Jackie Gerardo makes the most of the first play of the game and makes his way into the end zone. Longhorns up 7-0. The sophomore continued to churn out results. This rushing touchdown would make it 14-0. It was another long one, folks, and the running back could also throw the ball, and here is the toss to Ryan Rogers on the trick play. 21-0 Buena Vista. O'Donnell would make things interesting as the game went on, but Buena Vista would close it out to win their 6th straight, 68-50. Coming up next, it's the best part of the show. It is Top Place.
We're the Permian Panthers, and you're watching Game Time on News West 9. Let's go, go, go!
Well, it's been a great season of top play so far this year, and tonight, well, it's no different. The postseason usually brings out that star quality in our athletes. Let's find out which highlights of the highlights cracked our top plays list. Thursday night football featured some greatness out in Midland. Marcos Davila connects with Breck Stevens in the end zone. And remember, it was raining, folks, and Stevens somehow hangs on to that ball. Awesome play. Next up, more through the air. Wyatt Holmstrom launches a dart into double coverage, and Steven Davis comes down with the big-time catch for 6. And six-man football is back on the list this week out in Garden City. Buena Vista put on a show. Jackie Gerardo, he executes the trick play and finds Ryan Rogers down the field for the score. That's all we got for you for Game Time this week. We'll for sure have more high school football coverage coming up for you next week. You want to be sure to check out our website for anything that you missed from this show or yesterday. Any of it, we'll have it on our Game Time tab on digital. Thanks for watching.